On the futures, we are not making money, but in the options, we are making tons and tons of money.
So if he wants to do with 2 lots, can you show some strategy?
I'll just share a simple, straightforward. There is nothing, no major rocket science. If it happens, you have to just follow this. If you missed a, don't worry. If you look at these 4 quadrants and if you're able to get a clue, then you are almost getting there. There will be a period you will see consolidation. There will be a period we will see correction as well. How they're going to behave at that period. If someone says, Shiva, I've been there in the market for 1-2 years and I know everything, the market knows how to keep them humble and it will keep them humble. As a buyer, if you're going to be chasing your OTM, for me it is like out of the market. Not out of the money, it is out of the market. You will be thrown out of the market. That particular deal is going to be belonging to the sellers. Don't ever fight as a buyer. You're not going to win that market.
Namaste friends, I'm Jyoti Budhia, and after a few days I'll be completing 39 years and entering into the 40th year of stock market. But I have seen lot many updations and upgradations in the stock market since past 40 years. And every time when I meet people, I learn new things. And Mr. Siva, who is our guest today, I have learned a lot from him and I always look forward for his sessions because learning never stops. I was told that be ahead of times or time will throw you away. That is the reason I keep myself updated with each and every possible knowledge which I can get from all the youngsters because they come up with new ideas. And same thing with Siva. He is still young, like a 20-year-old person, full of energy, full of knowledge, full of enthusiasm, and every day he keeps on inventing something or the other, and still he is never getting tired. I don't know from where he gets all that energy. I also wish I can get some energy from him directly transferred. So let's meet Mr. Siva, the most energetic person whom I know.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I think thanks for the wonderful introduction. And glad I'm here. And most importantly, congratulations for your 39 years in being in the industry. I think many of us wouldn't even be there. Like in some of the kids who have born, some are 22, 25 who have been there. They say like, and I know everything about the market, and see this humble lady like, and who have been in the market for 39 years and she has seen everything. Guys, right from the ring days till today, and whatever the changes which you would have seen, I don't think you and me would ever witness. And congratulations once again. And I'm so glad to be part of this podcast. And I'm happy to share whatever the little knowledge which I've gained over the years with you and to the audience.
I will try my best to extract all the knowledge you have so that I can give it to all our viewers.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it, ma'am.
So, Mr. Siva, tell me one thing. Like when I was in the ring, the scalping was known as jobbing.
Correct.
That was a different way of scalping.
True.
I think many viewers must be knowing what is jobbing.
Absolutely.
Where there were jobbers and there were brokers. What used to happen, they used to come to us. We used to give two-way quote that let us say 105, 106. I'm ready to buy at 105 and ready to give you to at 106. We were called as jobbers. And we used to buy from jobbers only because we didn't know who were the sellers and buyers. So that was the ring style. When 1995, the online system came, the jobbing part became like a trading part with small amount, style was same. Over the years, it changed and now intraday trading is different, scalping is different. So Mr. Siva, how did you change your trading or scalping style over the years, because you're known very well for scalping and I'm hearing about it from more than I think 10 years that you're doing scalping, and every time when I meet you, you're coming up with something new.
Okay, let me tell you, I think since you mentioned about the word jobbing and scalping, Good thing is you have seen the early part of the jobbing and how it has transformed once the 1995 when the new
I was a
technology.
jobber.
Exactly, you are a jobber and the new technology took it over and then you guys were doing it. But the current age jobbing, which is still going on, okay, apart from scalping, what we do, there is jobbing which is also going on. It's like in high frequency trading. Uh, we are looking for 5, 10, or 15 rupees as a scalper because we are all from the retail community. But the jobbers, the actual jobbers, if you go like in somewhere in Gujarat or in Rajasthan or in Mumbai area, these guys just literally look for every 5, 10, or 15 paise. So the amount of transaction that they do is enormous. And as you said, like in the TVS keyboards are going to be like in crying literally every other day because they will be literally keep on punching their orders. Imagine as a scalper, if I punch 100 orders, I consider like a little overdone. But these guys do almost 1 lakh orders in a single day. The way they execute their trades is amazing. But yes, how did I end up doing scalping? Yes, as a trader, even I started as an investor and then slowly became a trader. When I did certain trades, when it is going in my favor, my psychology is such that okay, when I see a profit of like 1,000 or 2,000 rupees, I'm ready to book that because my hands will be literally shaking. Shiva, you're making money. Why don't you take that money out? That means I'm entering, looking at the profit, I'm exiting it. But at the same time, when the loss is happening, my heart says, I think it has fallen to 2,000 or 3,000 rupee loss. Somehow you will see a bounce and then you can exit. When it is a profit, I tend to enter, exit within 3 minutes. But when it is a loss, it becomes a positional trade because I'm seeing a loss and then I'm holding it to think that, okay, somehow it will come back to my
One
price.
second. It is not only a positional trade, it may go to generations also.
Yeah, that becomes like in a long-term holding. Okay. So in those scenarios, then I realize, Shiva, if you are booking your profits, why don't you book your loss also at the same time? Then once I started understanding this is not the ideal way to do it, then I started to decode certain things. What are the things I needed to do? How I needed to do? For a scalper, you needed to be quickly on the job. You needed to analyze the data within the short time frame, see which is the strike which you wanted to enter, and also exit at the same time within the time frame. So everything has to happen within the time frame. Then when I really looked up to do it, like and how are the people making money and other things? There are different ways to make money. Some are positional traders, some are scalpers, some are swing traders, some are like in long term holders. Then I understood, Shiva, these methodologies doesn't suit you because your psychology is such that when you can't hold it for beyond 5 or 10 minutes and other thing, why don't you close your positions in 3 minutes? Over a period of time, I started doing it. Then I started to do a research to know what is the kind of work which I do. Then I found out that like in some of the traders who have been in the US who have been doing this, which is called as a scalper. And moreover, since I was into the US healthcare industry, I was having an opportunity to visit US couple of times. That time I was able to interact with few people over there. Then I understood, okay, this is kind of a profession which will suit me. So as a psychology and a person, for me, scalping suited me. And that's when I really started to liking it and started to follow it religiously over the years.
When you said this will suit me,
Oh.
yeah, this style of trading will suit me or scalping will suit me. Can you give me a small idea to our viewers? How will they understand what type of trading, scalping, or investment, what type of style will suit them, and how to find out their own style?
Okay. So even in my knowledge sharing sessions, I keep telling the people, first and foremost, you needed to understand what is your personality and what is your personality attribute which you can follow. In my childhood, like, and I'll be very impatient. Okay, so when I wanted certain things, I wanted the results to be right away. I can't even hold it. Like, and if you ask my father, like, and they will say, Dad, today I wanted this cricket bat, I wanted this ball, or I wanted this musical instrument. I don't even wait for the next day. I wanted it. I wanted it on the same day. That is my personality. That those are the things which you will get to know based on your child's growth and the way you would have grown up over the years and other things. And when you're growing, you will also find certain attributes that you will be calm and composed. You can hold my, like, it is like I can buy something, whether like it moves high or low, it is not going to impact my style. I will maintain my composure. I will wait for my price to come to my levels. Then I will exit. That is another level. Those are the guys whom I consider like a calm and composed guys who are suitable for the positional players, or some of them even very good sellers as well. But as a scalper, you will be very impatient. Okay, it is like 90% of the traders, if you go and ask them, they will all say, Shiva, I belong to your community. Why? Because we all tend to think that once we see the profit, we wanted to book it. But once we see a loss, we tend to hold it. The only difference which I made to my trading style is, if I'm booking my profit within a short period of time, I also needed to book it within the short period of time, the losses as well. And most importantly, whoever looking at this video, you have to identify yourself. You have to find yourself which mode of or which style of trading suits you, because it is something which has to come from you. It cannot be coming from outside. Many who have attended the training as well, they said, Shiva, I can't be a scalper. They understood that right at the very first meeting, or like in a very first week itself. They say like, the way you are entering and exiting, it's not going to be possible for me. For me, I needed to look at the data. I will take my own sweet time and buy it. And I know this much I can afford to lose, then I will wait till the time. But they also say, if I know I can afford to lose this much, I will also wait for this kind of a target. I'm having a like a 1:1 or 1:2 risk reward. I'll wait for it and then go for it. So each and every individual, they have to find their own style to know whether you are a scalper or a positional player or an intraday player or like a swing trader. That will definitely come from you. You tell me now, are you a scalper or a positional player or an intraday
Honestly speaking, I've been all.
player?
And at different stages of my life or different ages of my life, I have been the most aggressive trader. Or when it came on online system in 95, 96, I was the most aggressive trader. That time, my single trade was in millions.
Look at her. And like in
And
it's really a privilege to be talking to someone like her, actually.
but slowly, as and how time passed, market hit me sometimes. And when they hit, it hits badly. All that thing made me a very calm and cool person today. I even do scalping, I even do intraday, and that money with from options, scalping, intraday, I do investments, and I'm more comfortable in investments right now. But to make that investments, I need money which I get it from the market itself in various forms like scalping, trading, intraday trading, options, whatever it is. But now I don't have that aggression to do big quantities and all that thing. Time has also makes us calm.
Yeah, that is always there, actually. Even for me, when I became a full-time trader, initially it was for the kick, actually. Whatever the market, because it's like in a dopamine. So once you get into the market, it will be like in an addiction in which you cannot get out of it. For a person who has been trading for 5-10 years continuously, I was looking at the markets every day, looking at the screen every day, and if I don't trade on a single day, I will feel as if like I lost something. Okay, so I somehow needed to be there in the market. But as you said, with the age, the maturity level has gone high, and once you know that you have achieved certain things, then you will also start to believe that like, and you don't have anything to prove to the world or anything to prove to anyone, for that matter, to you yourself as well, and that will bring you down. And like, we needed to know, yes, I'm happy in the space where I am, and then like, can continue to
See,
do.
what is my situation now? Once you're settled down, then you need trading and all just as a part of your ongoing life.
True.
Because we are of the habit of sitting in front of screen from morning to evening.
Absolutely.
One thing which I tried and tested by myself, I sat in front of the screen and did not trade, which is the most difficult part in the world.
True.
And that made me calm and cool.
Exactly. If you are able to control yourself in spite of the market moves and everything, and if you have missed a move and you don't want to chase it and you're waiting for the next move to come, that shows your maturity. That always I keep telling the people as well. If you missed a bus, don't worry, there will be another bus on the way. Rather than waiting for the bus, if you're trying to go and catch a running bus, you may trip and fall. That is not a good sign.
Right. So, what are the type of indicators which you rely on or which you find are more relevant for scalping?
I think most of the subscribers by this time know that I'm a big fan, like a fan of open interest. So the first and foremost,
Same here.
anyone who's playing in the F&O markets, and if they say, Shiva, I trade without the open interest, it sometimes amuses me. How come this is going to be the most critical component in the F&O space? And if they trade without the open interest, how is it even possible? But yes, they might have their own set of indicators which would have given them the results. So I cannot be saying only if you use open interest, you will be able to be successful. No, each and every individual, they have their own set of indicators which has given them results. For me, next to God is open interest. So why all the growth what I have seen in the F&O markets is purely because of the open interest. And if I'm able to decode it, but it took me several years to understand how this open interest operates, how the moves happen based on the open interest. And once you see that, there is a period, right? People will say, when you see the charts, you will know what is going to be the next candle, the kind of move that you will see it. That exactly will happen when you get the confidence that this is exactly happened. Because market is a place wherein what are the things which has happened in the past, it will get repeated, and you will see the same old story, maybe like an old wine, in a new bottle. So that is something which always made me. And there are few indicators combining it with open interest like the VWAP, the super trend, and then the parabolic SAR, volume weighted moving average of 20. These are the simple indicators which I use. Earlier, I had tried several indicators, but nothing has given me satisfactory results compared to this. And little bit of a volume indicator, and it's like throwing some spices in the end, right? RSI and volume. These things I have added it, and it has given me significant good results.
Can you decode something on open interest, because I'm also a fan of open interest?
Okay, I'll just give you a simple open interest. When you talk about the open interest, there are 4 quadrants. How to identify where the buyers and sellers are? If you look at these 4 quadrants, and if you're able to get a clue, then you are almost getting there.
Give that idea.
Yes. First one is a long build-up. What is a long build-up? When you see both the open interest and the price goes high from the previous day's close, because we are looking for the change in open interest. When both the open interest and the price goes high from the previous day's close, that is called as long build-up. What is a short build-up? When the open interest goes up from the previous day's close, price goes lower, that is called as short build-up. The third one, the short covering. In this scenario, the open interest goes down because the shorts are covering their position, and then the price literally shoots up, because when the shorts are in a fear, they wanted to exit it at any given price which is available in the market. So open interest goes down, price goes significantly higher, that is called as short covering. The last one, when you see it on the expiry day, the OTM strikes will have both the open interest and the price will go down. Normally the OTM strikes are used for the hedging. So towards the end of the day, they just wanted to square up their position, because they would have squared off other hedge positions as well. So in those scenarios, you will see both open interest and price goes down, which is called as long unwinding. So as a buyer, you will be on 1 and 3, which is your long build-up and the short covering. As a seller, you will be on 2 and 4, which is your short build-up and long unwinding. So if you are able to identify which is that which is working for you, and then going along with that particular area, I'm happy to be there as a long build-up guy or a short covering guy, because I'm a buyer. So someone who's doing a selling, you needed to be part of that gang, rather than if you're coming and trying your luck on the other side, then that is where you will get hit. Earlier, we never knew that. So when I started trading, I never knew about all this open interest, indicators or the quadrants and everything. I used to just go and take a trade when there is a heavy short build-up is happening. I thought that the price has fallen so much from 200 to 20 rupees. Now it has an opportunity to again go back from 20 to 100. I didn't realize there is plenty of open interest getting created. And it is like you're throwing your money into a pond. That is you're throwing a salt into the pond. What will happen? The salt will get dissolved. So whatever the money that I was throwing into the pond, it is keep on moving it lower, and it is getting disappeared. So later on, I understood without the open interest knowledge, it's going to be very difficult to manage in the F&O space. That's when I started to decode in detail. So this is a simple one, but if you guys needed a real story about this open interest and other thing, I have done a few courses with Upsurge.club, probably all these strategy videos, and I've also done some free courses as well, both on the OI Pulse and One Click. Those videos should help you to understand more about this open interest and how we have done that.
Without open interest and all this, it's like playing 7 up, 7 down.
True.
So I don't think, because those who are looking at charts, they have some historical data. But as such, F&O does not have any historical data, particularly options.
True.
So open interest only will help us. But how you decode them with VWAP and all that you said.
Okay. So let me just quickly show a chart. So I told you that I'll be using simple indicator. So the bottom part, what you see is the open interest. This is available on the OI Pulse advanced chart. Then I showed you the RSI, 80 and 20. This is on 3-minute time frame, which we are looking at.
Okay.
Okay. Then comes your the indicators, the VWAP, the red line which you see here,
Yeah.
and then your WMA20, the blue line which you see here, the thin line.
Uh-huh.
Then your super trend, the setting is around 10-2, the multiplier.
10-2 you are taking.
Yes. This
Because
is on a
by
3
default it is 10-3.
No, 10-3, and some they will be using 7-3 or 9-3 and all. But what I have seen, 10-2 has given me significant results. When you're doing some backtesting and other thing, you will try with different multipliers. And what I have seen is 10-2 has given me almost a better success rate compared to others.
Okay.
So that's the reason we are using 10-2. And the OSPL signal and other things is the default one, and the parabolic SAR.
Okay.
Parabolic SAR is my weakest indicator just to identify whether there is going to be a long trend or the trend is going to be very small. So if you look at it, if the parabolic SAR very close to the indicator, like in a candles, then it will be like in a weak one. I wouldn't normally like and go on a long quantity, like in a large quantity. If it is going to be forming a big bar, big gap between the candle and this, then there is a possibility of market giving you a heavy move on that particular direction. Whenever you see the markets trading near to the VWAP, you normally won't get to see a big move happening. Okay, VWAP is the most important indicator after the open interest on the charts for me. Why? Because volume weighted average price, that is the area where both the buyer and seller will be fighting for. Imagine if you being a large player, your main like an average quantity would be, or the average price would be mostly on the VWAP area. So if it is going to be going far away, that means they are going to be losing money. They don't want to lose that. That's the reason somehow you will see the bulls coming back or bears coming back, bringing it near to this. Every other day, 99% you will see the markets, if it is on a sideways day, the market comes and closes near to the VWAP. Why? Because both the buyer and seller on the futures market are saying, you and me made a good game today. On the futures, we are not making money, but in the options, we are making tons and tons of money. Because naturally, if they are going to be doing this, on that particular day, if you go historically seen the options, 90% of the time, both the options on call and the put would expire worthless. At the money strikes or like an OTM strikes, everything will expire worthless. So the biggest clue for any trader is, if the market is not moving with volume and if it is going to be staying closer to the VWAP, that particular day is going to be belonging to the sellers. Don't ever fight as a buyer. You're not going to win that market. You needed to wait. Like this is yesterday's data. I'm just showing you the live market itself.
Okay.
You can clearly see the volume has not even there any 50K volume, because I normally look for 50K minimum on the Bank Nifty for me to consider that yes, the market is going to be moving in my direction or not. Just go and look at 1 day prior. See how the market has behaved when it is trading with a heavy volume. This particular day, you can clearly see the market has moved higher and lower with volume. Always, as a scalper or a buyer, try to play on this market. It will reward you well. It will reward you well to the core, and you will be able to enjoy it as well. In this market, you can clearly see, even though there are 1 or 2 candles, I'm looking for a 2-candle theory. It didn't happen.
Yes, I've heard a lot about your 2-candle theory. I even attended few of your seminars where you were showing about 2-candle theory. So
this is day before yesterday.
Yeah, so just again,
I'll
a
just
good revision of that.
I was just telling you, right, about the parabolic SAR. What did I say about the parabolic SAR?
When it is nearby and
nearby, you will not get the move. But if the gap is huge, you will get a large move.
Yes.
Can you see what has happened here?
Oh.
What is the gap here? There is a big gap between the parabolic SAR will be the first indicator which will give you a clue whether this rally is going to be a big one or a small one. This guy is forming big gap, and look at the rally it has happened after that.
So you are basically a buyer, as
yes,
I know.
Yes. Once the parabolic SAR giving me a clue. Next thing, you were asking about the 2-candle theory, right? I needed 2 consecutive bars of more than 50K, okay, in terms of the volume. In Bank Nifty, if it is the Nifty, I want 125K. This is on 3-minute time frame. Why this 50K and 125K? Earlier, it used to be 15K and 25K. But over the years, the volumes have increased significantly. You would have seen it. So even I had to revise it based on whatever the volume parameters and everything. Once I seen Whenever the market is making 250k bars or 125k bars, and if the move is happening in that direction, the bulls or the bears have taken the complete charge and they never let it down. Yes, there are days wherein it would have fall, but not at least out of 10 times, 7 to 8 times you will be on the winning side. Anything which is giving me a 7 to 8 per time winning ratio, that is like very good in this market. And most importantly, we are chasing where the big money is putting in the money. So naturally, we will be getting a higher and a better risk reward compared to other days. Imagine, people ask me, sure, like, are we not missing the rally once two candles are getting formed? Big volume would have happened, the market would have moved. We are all small, like, not even like a shark, I would say. I would say we are all small microorganism there in the sea. There are large sharks out there, and if you are trying to overtake them, you will be getting like a swirl.
True.
The best thing is, let them do whatever that they want. When they are eating, there will be something which will be falling from their mouth. That is more than sufficient for us.
True.
Correct? We don't want
very true.
we don't want to get the entire money, whatever that they are making. So, as per the two candle theory, what is the setup? You needed all the indicators to be below: the parabolic SAR, the WMA, the VWAP, and then the super trend. All are below. Once the two candles are getting formed with more than the volume, third candle will be my entry. But make sure that your RSI is between 50 and 75. And if it is above 75 or 80, then it is overbought territory. So the RSI need to be between 50 and 75. And all your indicators needed to be below. And look at the open interest, main, your queen. For me, that is the queen or the god. So look at the open interest. The open interest is clearly saying, I just explained you 4 quadrants, right? Price is moving up, OI is moving up. It is called as long build up. So once this parameters is done, I will either go buy the futures, buy a stock like an options, index options, or sell put options.
So what type of options do you trade? At the money, out of the money, far OTM, or one or two legs near the ATM, or something like that?
I keep it very simple. I normally look for at the money and in the money.
Okay.
If it is going to be beginning of the series, say for example, today Bank Nifty expiry is done. Next day, if you are trading, I normally look for a delta of 0.5 and 0.6. But if you are looking on expiry day, that is on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday is one day before the expiry. Wednesday is the actual expiry for the Bank Nifty. On those days, I look for a delta of 0.7 and 0.8. So when you are looking
ITM.
at ITM. So by default, when you are looking at it, those are going to be strikes which is there between 300 to 400 or 450 range. As a buyer, if you're going to be chasing your OTM, for me, it is like out of the market, not out of the money. It is out of the market. You will be thrown out of the market. The best is go for at the money. That will be your ATM, and make sure that you are in the ITM. In the money or at the money is better, but don't go deep inside ITM because you will not have liquidity. So choose a strike which is between 0.5 to 7, like in 3 or 4 days before the expiry. But on the day of the expiry or one day before the expiry, choose an the delta 0.7 and above. Don't go like an above 9, then it will be like in too deep in the money.
We all know that when it comes to scalping, Siva sir is the best. And guess what? Now you can be too. Check out Siva's top 4 favorite option scalping strategies live only on Upsurge. Each strategy comes with a clear step-by-step guide to help you become a successful scalper. To keep it affordable to all, you can choose any strategy for $9.99 or buy all 4 strategy for $2,999. You're just a click away from transforming your trading game. Check out the link in the description box. Now, let's get back to the video.
So, our viewers many times have queries and they ask me also during the sessions and all. They must have asked you also that how do we identify that today Bank Nifty will move up by 1,000 points and something like that? Have you ever been asked such type of questions?
Yes.
Can we identify that?
We may not be able to identify beginning of the day unless and until there is a massive news which is coming in. The news sometimes makes the move. Okay. Apart from the news, what else we can identify? How we can identify? Yes, that we may not be able to identify right at 9:15.
No, but maybe around 11, 12,
yes,
1 o'clock,
10:30, 11. Yes, 10:30, 11. It would clearly give you the clue. Okay, how do we do that? It's about the market giving you a clear move in terms of the open interest that is getting created. Imagine not only they will create the positions in the futures market, they will also create the positions in the options market steadily. How? If you see the open interest data, I'll just give you a classic example of yesterday. I'll just open up the trending OI data. This will give you like a clue. This is the data for yesterday on the trending OI. This we are showing it in 60-minute time frame. I'll just show you for 2 days positional data as well, so that you will get to know how the things played one day before and after that. This is on the expiry day. Whenever you see the open interest getting added on both the sides, can you see here 930? The open interest is almost building up on both the sides, 1 crore, 1.3 crore, 3 crore and 2 crore. That means the open interest is steadily building up on both the sides. The writers are creating positions on both the sides. When the open interest is going higher, that means he says, Shiva, we as a writer, we are under control. We will be able to control the prices, because even if you are trying to take the markets higher, we will put some quantity and then pull down the prices. That's the clear clue. But on a trending day, if you go and look at this trending OI data, one side the open interest will be keep on going down, on the other side the open interest will be keep on going higher. The clear clue is open interest on one side will be, say for example, today morning we have 1 lakh quantity, 1 lakh quantity, open interest, both the sides. 9:15, it will come to 80, it will go to 1.4. 60, 2. 40, 2.5. As it is going lower, that is a clear sign that the sellers are saying this market is going to be absolutely brutal. It is going to keep on moving higher. Let me start to cover my position. And they will not only cover the position on one side, just to make money, they will start creating the positions on the other side in terms of the OTMs, in the money and at the money, everything on the put side. Plus, a fresh clue. There will be a period, say for example, around 12:31. There are no fresh open interest additions is happening on either side, then that means the rally is coming to a standstill. Or if they are starting to add more positions on the call side, then that means they are going to do a profit booking at these levels. So the clear clue can be identified from the open interest itself. So this is how I normally identify. Plus, on the chart, you can also look at it. What they normally do on the chart, you will see the super trend, all the indicators which I use, right? Several times they come, hit the table and then keep on moving. But when it is a trending move, it will be like this. Once the fall started, the whole day, they will never ever go and touch the super trend or the VWAP, never ever. And they will make a new high or a new low every hour to 30 minutes to hour. So that is also a sign that every hour someone is coming and pumping in the funds of 500 crores or 1000 crore to take the index lower, and that is also another clue. So these are the two things which I normally watch to identify whether it is going to be a trending day or whether it is going to be a sideways day. And plus, you can also watch the IV data as well. If the trending day is there on that particular direction, the IVs will keep on rising because the buyers will be coming and buying it. On the other side, the IVs will keep on falling. Normally, there will be a 10-point difference between the call IV and the put IV from at the money strikes. So if you can watch all this, I'm pretty sure over a period of time, when you keep on observing the market, you will be able to see, yes, this is how the trending move happens.
So, friends, this is the reason when I sit with them, even just one word or one line can give extra edge to my trading.
Thank you. I think definitely this is not only going to help you. I think several traders who have been looking for an answer like this, they will definitely get an answer.
Because this is the most favorite query I've received from. आज मार्केट 1500 पॉइंट ऊपर जाएगा, कैसे पता चलेगा आज बैंक निफ्टी इतना ऊपर जाएगा? हाउ कैन आई टेक दैट एडवांटेज? सो फॉर दैट,
yes, this will definitely help them actually.
But I would suggest if you can create some video for that for us, which can guide us through that, I'll be very thankful to you.
Absolutely. And
In on behalf of my viewers also, they will also be thankful to you.
in fact, on this line, we have recorded 3 courses, in fact, 3 or 4 courses this time with the Upsurge.club. One of the strategies is going to be on the golden crossover. So someone who was asking me, Shiva, there are moves whether I can immediately spot for 200 to 300 points in Bank Nifty. This golden crossover strategy is going to definitely help them. I don't want to reveal the secrets because the team is going to be doing a lot of work, sharing with you all the content. So I would definitely suggest you guys to watch for that golden crossover strategy on upsurge.club. It will definitely help you all.
Apart from this, do you look at some macro level indicators?
Talking about the macro level, and you all know me, and I look at some global market pictures actually.
Yeah.
I'll just show you. So, what are the things which I look at apart from this? To me, taking cues from the global allies or the partners. First and foremost thing is beginning of the day, whether before I even brush my teeth, first thing when I open the mobile, I just go and look at on the investing.com what has happened in the US markets and what is the current Dow futures is doing.
See, I'll interrupt you over here. This is a very common practice. I've seen people, I've heard from them that even in midnight, when they are awake or something, they'll immediately touch their mobile and see what is the global market, and then sit again, go to sleep.
Yeah, true.
Means whole night it
True.
keeps on. So
And
what?
especially when you're holding overnight position, you will definitely not get sleep until the US markets closes. That will always be there. I have seen many traders. In fact, I have also done that. When I have taken some positions, overnight position, and if, say, for example, I would have gone long, and for some reason, when the US markets open, it will tank for 200 points in the negative. I will literally pray at 8:30, 9. When I'm on the dinner table as well, somehow can the market go turn in the green for the US market so that our markets will open green tomorrow. I can somehow get an exit. This is a general tendency of the people. And in fact, I have done a couple of times also, middle of the night, woke up just to see where is the US market. You do not have any control. You know that you have taken a position, somehow it can be a profit or it can be a loss, but still
You
your
can't
heart
trade now before
Exactly,
9:15.
you cannot close also. You cannot do anything, but still your heart will have like a little bit of a thinking that somehow can it not close. And you will also think all these things. Today, I think there need to be a lot of positive news to be coming in the night so that our markets open up, gap up in the morning. Or you will also pray that once the US market closed, you can't do much. Somehow can our finance minister or someone come and do a press conference before the market that I'm going to be announcing this tax cut so that our market rises. All these talks and thinking will be there. So that is something which I normally track, but not now. I'm not doing it middle of the night and other thing. The first thing which I do in the morning is how the US markets closed and where the Dow futures is trading. And I also look at the Asian components because Nikkei would have opened at 5:30, Hang Seng would have opened at 7, the Chinese market would have opened. These are the three markets I track in the Asian region. See how they have been performing and how the European markets closed last evening, the DAX, CAC, and the FTSE, which I track. Along with that, what has happened to the crude, the bond yields, both in the US and in India, how it has been doing it. And other than that, any events or news or any particular company result is going to be announced, or any major global events which are being announced, like the Fed event or the economic policy or the RBI policy events. So these are some of the things which I keep a track and keep an economic calendar to note down all these things. Because certain days, even if you don't want to, totally if you're relying on the chart or the data, still these news events always takes the precedence compared to the data. So we needed to give importance to.
But many times I have seen that global markets are weak and our markets open up bullish and gap ups and then they continue to be bullish. How you handle such type of situations?
I think the last 2 years or 3 years, we have not been following the global markets to a large extent. But I wouldn't say that we are not following completely. But yes, almost 50 to 60% of the time, we are not following it. But if you go back to the history, till around 2020, I think COVID has changed everything everywhere. Okay, not only made it online, it has changed the complete market patterns and everywhere.
Even the number of traders, maximum participants as of today are due to COVID. They have started making it as a second income source because they cannot totally now rely on one thing.
Yeah, not only it has become a second income source, most traders have quit their primary job and become a full-time trader.
That always happens during the tops of the market or highs of the markets, and then that is really a bad thing that people leave their job, and somehow I'm not convinced with that thing that they leave their job, because once the market falls, we remain nowhere once we leave the job.
I think one point you highlighted it, once the market falls. What these guys have seen is anybody who would have come in 2020 and after, they have not seen a correction or they have not seen a consolidation period. They have only seen a one-way ride. Okay, and most importantly, more than that in the cash segment as well. I'm more worried about not only about the F&O markets, more worried about the cash segment as well, because these guys have been so used to getting 40, 50 or 60% or like 100% return within 3 months or 6 months in the cash segment. But it cannot be going like this forever. There will be a period you will see consolidation. There will be a period we will see correction as well. How they're going to behave at that period, that is going to define them whether they're going to be there in the markets for the next 10, 20 years or they're going to quit immediately. And one more thing for me, a person I think you would agree with me on that as well. For me, before even someone thinking about becoming a full-time trader, I would say sincerely they would needed to see at least 2 bull markets, 2 bear markets, and 1 or 2 consolidation market before becoming a full-time trader. So that would easily take them 15 to 20 years of the time. Without that, if someone says, Shiva, I've been there in the market for 1-2 years and I know everything, the market knows how to keep them humble and it will keep them humble. So I have seen that in the past. So that's the reason even today when people ask me, Shiva, have you seen the complete cycle of the market? I would say no. I've seen 1 or 2 bull markets, maybe around 1 bear market, but I have yet to see the second one, the big one. Maybe the COVID, it happened all of a sudden, but I would not say it is a complete bear market picture because it was due to a natural disaster event which happened. But the bear market, similar to the economic crisis, when it phases, that's when the real traders emerge, and I'm looking forward to those kind of traders.
So when I say 39 years completed, so what do you think?
Like that's what you would
And
have,
I'm still surviving.
Exactly. You are not only surviving. That's the reason I told you. You would have seen several cycles. You cannot only. I think you can not only say full-time trader. You can say I can become a permanent trader.
I'm third generation.
Yes, third generation. Yes, you have to be.
Something simple, very, very simple, that a common retailer also, if he wants to do with 2 lots, can you show some strategy?
How about a BTST or STBT strategy? It's a simple one. So as the name suggests, buy today, sell tomorrow. Sell today, buy tomorrow. So it's a simple strategy. This can be applied in the F&O stocks for 1-2 lots. But yes, since it is an overnight strategy, the risk is always going to be there because you do not know whether there is going to be a large gap down or a gap up. That can always happen.
So we can use options, buying options instead of futures.
Exactly. You can hedge your position.
Or you can start, a normal retailer, what I say is you can start with cash. Very small quantity.
Correct.
First learn.
Correct.
So you can do even with options?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'll just share a simple, straightforward. There is nothing, no major rocket science. If it happens, you have to just follow this. It may happen like maybe 4 or 5 times in a month. There are certain stocks which will also do that. You can just do that. What is that? Just look for the open interest of that stock. Look for the price of the stock. And any stock or any index which is closing at the day's high, with the open interest also closing at the day's high. That means if the stock would have moved 5 to 6% and the open interest would have also gained 10 to 15%, then that particular guy is going to be my key guy who will definitely give you 1 to 2% the following day. Even whatever it is in the next, imagine I'm buying a stock. Okay, I'm buying a stock based on this parameter. Even if the next day is going to be a gap down, within a week, you will definitely see that stock would have closed well above the price at which it is traded on this particular day. So, only thing is just see whether the stock is closing it at the day's high. At 3:15 to 3:30, it will close at the day's high. And open interest will also be closing it at the day's high, which is a clear sign that there is plenty of long build-up happening. And that's a reason the buyers are buying it more. And these guys will not take an exit until and unless they see another new high. So that's a reason you just needed to chase the smart money in that scenario. And once you chase it, you will definitely see that the stock is going to be giving you a significant reward either the next day or within a week.
So that you can do in cash market without open interest?
Cash market.
Because cash market, you can't have open interest.
Cash market, you can't do it without the open interest, but you needed to choose stocks which is having very high liquidity. So any volume-driven stocks, it will always be done with that. That's the reason I'm choosing an F&O stock. The reason is, if they are doing it in the F&O, automatically the cash segment will also have the volume and it will automatically move. So why we needed to choose something which is there in the in a penny stock or anything. Choose in the quality stock which is there part of the Nifty 50 or Nifty 100 or Nifty 200. So automatically you will see a good progress in the following day, and it will give you the rewards.
And what about the stocks which don't have much liquidity in options?
Uh,
If I get those type of stocks, then
I
what
would
to do?
simply avoid as a trader.
Then futures only.
Yes, I would simply avoid. To me, honestly, I don't suggest any stock options at all for the retailers. Stock options is purely for the hedge players. If you are someone who's playing in the futures market and you wanted to hedge your positions, against the cash segment, then it is suggested. Otherwise, naked buying or selling in the stock options, I simply avoid.
Same thing, can I get the BTST or STBT type of trades in Nifty, Bank Nifty,
Yes,
Nifty?
these things can be done not only in in high volume stocks. It can be done in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. But don't try it on the Fin Nifty or the Mid Cap 50 or the new index which has come in, because those guys are not trading with the volume in the future segment. So I would suggest you go for the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. It's a best bet. Anytime, even I think I have shown a couple of examples as well here. And I'll just show you this. So if you look at this, this is an example on the EOD analyzer, which we have it in the OI Pulse. So if you look at this Bank Nifty, continuously for 4 days, it is having a short covering. So I told you two categories is for the buyers. One is long build-up and another one is short covering. When you see a significant short covering happening every day, that means the shorts are not there in the system. They wanted an exit at every given level. So once they are doing it, our job is to just go the following day and then see if the long build-up has happened. And once the long build-up has happened, I just go and take a trade. If you look at this, this is the chart. Either a short covering or a long build-up. It is closing it at the day's low. Market is closing it at the day's high. And the next day, you are getting a big gap up. That's it.
Ooh.
This is how you will get it. So you will automatically get, opening itself, you are getting some book. And due to RSI, there will be some profit booking. Once the profit booking happens, again, I will be able to take another trade, another 100, 200 points. But if you are an overnight player, 1-2 lots, this is more than sufficient. That's the reason I keep insisting people, watch out for it, either a long build-up or a short covering. With the market closing it at the day's high, following day, you will definitely get a big gap up or a follow-up. This is not only one example. We have shown several examples in the sessions, and we have also shown how the data is looking at it. So this, you can clearly see it. Market closing it at the day's high, open interest closing here, market trading with the volume, following day you're getting a move. And this is another example of short STBT. I'll try to show you one. This is the short. Imagine market closing it at the day's low, open interest closing it at the day's low. Both, that means the price and the open interest closing at the day's low, clearly suggesting that there is a big long unwinding which is happening. And you can see the follow-up. The market tanked again.
Now you understand why I'm a big fan of Mr. Siva. Whenever I sit with him, I get something new. And I just love learning new things from Siva. I wish I could meet him every day and learn something new from him every day. He keeps on learning and inventing, no? So I can also take some benefit.
Absolutely. I will be happy to share knowledge. That's the reason I came all the way to Mumbai this time.
And we are very grateful to you that you came here just on one phone call.
In any time, when they said Jyoti ma'am is going to be doing the podcast, I said I can't say no.
I'm highly obliged and thank you for that.
My pleasure.
There are many times results, budget, elections, or without any news, some days are too volatile. Particularly nowadays, we are hearing a lot of spikes. How do you manage all those?
Okay. I think people have been asking me, Shiva, nowadays I get to see a lot of single candle moves wherein the market moves 300 or 400 points in a single candle. The option prices goes from 10 to 400 and then comes back in the next few minutes. The only thing which I can say is it's going to be very difficult to manage the spikes. Even the algos are not able to manage it. Think about the small retailers when they are buying it in a normal trading platform. It's going to be very difficult. But I would say, if you are thinking, when you know that the market spikes and everything has been happening, and one thing which I have seen is, it's not happening on every strike or every index actually. If you have Bank Nifty today, on that particular day Bank Nifty is getting expired, you will see the spike happening in the Bank Nifty rather than in the other index. If it is mid-cap Nifty, you will see mid-cap Nifty index is having a spike. That means it is an expiry day spike. You are getting a clue that it is happening quite frequently. And if you think that, okay, I'm going to be betting my money on this, then what I would suggest simply, you go with the direction. Keep 20 or 10 or 20% of your capital just for these spikes. Imagine any spike which you would have seen in the last 3 months, you can go and see OTM strikes are the ones they are targeting it. You buy it, put a target also. In one click, we have given an option wherein you will be able to place your order, the limit order for buy, and also you can keep a target order also. It is like in a GTT order. You put it between 10 and 20, and we are also working out a strategy in one click itself just to address this particular spike issues. What is that is going to be? You will be able to choose a range where you will be able to buy and where you will be able to sell. Sometimes in the sudden spike moves, we will not be able to enter and exit manually. What if I give you an option wherein the system will automatically execute your trades when the spike happens, and then it will close your position also when that particular price exits? But it may not exit exactly at the price, because since we are going to be placing a market order, it might just place between those price. So the entry would be between 10 and 20. If it is coming and trading between that range, it will trigger your price. Similarly, it will go and execute beyond 100 to 150. If you are keeping a range, once it reaches 100 to 150, it will close your position.
So all volatile days or any volatile days, or like budget this time elections, you had a big downfall on 4th June, and immediately the whole market came up and all that thing happened, a big spike, and next day everything got covered. So all these things, how do you handle all this?
Only thing is, if I'm in like in a positional player, I should be worried. I'm an intraday scalper. For me, 3 minutes and 5 minutes is more than sufficient. Any 3 minute candle, if you are getting it, I'm not more worried about the fall, the extent of fall. Yes, there will be a little bit of me will be saying, sure, you are not able to capture the entire fall because you are a scalper. But I would have literally made in one, like an even for the June 4th fall, when the actual fall happened due to the results and other things. One trade has given me close to 300 points. On a normal day, it would have given me only 50 or 20 points. But that particular day, I got 300. But I didn't get 1000. But 300 is more than sufficient. How many people will be able to say, like, and I happily closed with 300 points? No, not many. Many traders tend to lose out because they wanted to catch the exact top and the exact bottom, which never done. If you are catching it once in a while, then you are like in a really lucky. God has blessed you well, and you needed to be happy for that. But it cannot happen every now and then. And we as traders, we needed to accept that, and we needed to know what is the target which we set and whether we are able to achieve that. Once we achieve it, if you are going to be staying out of the market, that helps. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult.
In running market, when you're trading and scalping, so it is so fast, how do you manage your Greeks? Like you calculate your delta, your gamma, your theta, your vega, everything so fast, and handle the situations.
No, like in what we have made is we have made a simple tool in OI Pulse, which gives me the help in terms of identifying how to see them in the live market. So all I needed to do is just go into the options chain page. So here, if I look at the column settings, we have given the delta, gamma, and everything here. And also what we have also done is for the traders to take the positions in the real time, we have given it in the one click as well. So I'll try to see, since it is not a market day, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to show you that, but I will show you. Yeah, this is the page. Here, you will be able to see all the delta, gamma, vega, everything real time for the strikes which you are choosing. Rather than seeing the entire list, you can choose those strikes and then see. And also, you will be able to see the PNL as well. So if you are choosing a particular strategy and you wanted to know how much is the PNL that is going to be there, including the payoff graph and everything, it will be available in the live market. But I'm a guy who doesn't use much of these delta, theta, vega. Except the delta, I don't use other Greeks actually.
Because you're a 3-minute trader.
Yeah, I'm more of a 3-minute trader, and since some of the indicators which I use, it has made me to feel reliant on them then more than these guys actually. To me, this is like this is for the guys who are so good at mathematics. I'm not good at that.
Same here. So what do you say about algorithm trading? So algo trading. So how much you rely on them? Because sometimes with all these, sometimes I keep on hearing that some strict rules are coming on Algo. Sometimes I even hear that Algo may be banned. So, do you have any backup plan for all these algo tradings and what you do all these algo tradings and
Okay.
all these things?
In terms of the algo trading, yes, I'm not a big fan from the beginning, but in fact, we developed a couple of products on the algo, but we never yet released it to the market. The only reason is when SEBI came out with the circular that they are planning to roll out certain restrictions on the algo and other things, then we thought, let us get the clear cut views from the markets and participants, and also already there are plenty of algo players in the industry. So, and moreover, I am a trader who loves that manual kick. When you manually enter the trade and when you see that actual emotions when you play out, that is like I'm giving you a different kick. And as a scalper, it's very difficult to code your algo considering various permutation and combination which are involved. Some of the things are totally discretionary, and I take certain trades totally at discretion, and those things cannot be done in the algo. So those are the limitations with which we operate. But yes, there are strategies which I've shared. Those are being developed in algos and that has been available in the marketplace as well. Not by me, someone else. The trainees and the mentees who have attended, they have made that as a strategy and they said, sir, we have made some amazing money using your strategy. The algo is working fine and nothing. As long as it is working fine, I'm happy because you should not be complaining that this is not giving me the desired results and so on. But even those guys have said over a period of time, with so much of algos, with so much of high frequency trading which is happening, and with so much of money getting involved in the options market, the recent spikes, even algos are taking like none of them are saying that like, and I'm in a happy space. At least that's what I heard since the day the daily expiries came in. Once in a while they are having like in a good time, but consistently every algo they needed to redefine, they needed to go back to the drawing board, completely change their strategy, because with the daily expiries things have changed completely, and you don't have big of backtesting data also available because the daily expiries came in just now. So things have changed drastically, and if SEBI is going to do something about like in banning it or like in what to say, restricting it to the retailers, then it is going to be like in a backward step. That's what I feel, because the future is going to be on the high frequency trading and algorithmic trading, and if they are going to be restricting it, it's going to be a bad news for the traders. And but at this juncture, I don't have any issues because I am anyway a manual trader. So currently I'm going with the manual trading, so that has been keeping me in the happy space. But there is something which is there, we will see.
Even I'm doing manual trading. Few moments back, Mr. Siva said about keyboards, TVS electronics keyboard. We used to do trading on that, and I was given with that speed to practice that speed so that we can enter our trades just in a flick of seconds. Mostly we were taught in such a way, or we practiced in such a way, that we didn't ever touch the mouse and we traded only with the help of keyboard. And basically those numerical portion of the keyboard, with that, without seeing, we used to punch the trade, and still I'm doing the same. Now even if I use the mouse, it doesn't take much time to me. And Mr. Siva, same thing. When you execute, when you exit, when you enter, nobody comes to know because your speed is so fast, so fast. What about our retail traders? How will they get that speed? And what will they do with such movements? Because entry at one point is easy. You can do the entry part. But while exiting, you exit so quickly. You're practiced. Ha, tak, 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 ho gaya. What about retail participants who are not so used to speed?
Okay, so the speed, what you're talking about, I didn't get it at 1 day or 2 day. It came over the years. And being like in a data entry operator in the initial part of my career, and then moving into the finance, that made me like an maybe giving an edge. The TVS keyboards gave me an edge, and to make it a lot more simpler, I chose trading platforms which are easy to execute. So earlier I used to play only on the Nest platform. Any broker who is providing Nest platform, I will only choose those brokers. Even if the brokerage is high, I will go with them. The reason is Nest is one of the friendliest and the lightest platform a trader can get to execute
True.
large orders and quickly enter and exit. But over a period of time, I think a couple of years back, a few people from the broking industry told me, Shiva, like in Nest plans to exit India.
Yeah.
And most of the brokers have also started to move out of Nest, and they have started building their own trading platforms and so on. That's when I thought, okay, so people are also asking me, similar to you, many are asking me, Shiva, you are able to enter and exit as a scalper, but we are not able to do it. What if I give a platform which can provide the way at which I enter and exit? If I can give it to someone else also, they should also be able to do it. So that's when we got an idea about a new platform, which we thought, okay, with the API is available with all the brokers, the API sharing is available. So users can connect their APIs and start trading. That's when the one-click idea came into the picture. When I talk about the one-click, it's not only me who can execute the trades faster, it's equally every individual who is trading on that platform can execute the same speed at which I do it. So you don't require any much of like a typing skills or like a keyboard skills. If you know your 4 fingers which can operate your arrow keys which is there in the keyboard, you can just click on enable button. The up arrow will try to buy your call, side arrow will try to sell your call, down arrow will try to buy your put, and right arrow will try to sell your put. So with 4 keys, you will be able to play around. And you wanted in a sudden panic move, you have some positions and you wanted to close everything, just click on F6, all your positions will get closed. Click on F7, all your positions, any pending orders are there, get cancelled. What more you need? I have given it to you in 6 keys. You only use your 6 fingers, get your orders executed and close it. And in a second, you can go up to 7 to 8 orders. That means you can place up to, imagine you are placing 4,500. We take care of the iceberg slicing and do everything in the back end. So you can place up to 50,000 quantity in 8 seconds. Sorry, 1 second. 50,000 quantity. And within 2 seconds, you will be able to enter, exit 50,000 quantity provided your broker API is very stable.
Is one click paid or free? हमको free चाहिए.
At this juncture, like in the technology costs are huge.
Yeah.
We needed to have dedicated servers, and most importantly, we needed to integrate with the brokers. There is plenty of work involved both for the broker end and our end. And for that, there need to be some cost associated with it because we needed to run a team to run the show. And you know how much the cloud cost and everything, which we are hosting it on the servers.
Okay,
and
to
everything.
done users?
Done users, yes, we will be definitely be giving it at a discounted rate. And in fact, we have done a video. A video is available on Upsurge, which is absolutely free, wherein you can watch how one click operates, and we have shown some live videos as well. Watch it, and if you really like it, then we have given a promo code as well that can be used to get the subscription at a much discounted rate for the done users. That's something which we have done.
So something is better than nothing.
No, once, guys, this is an execution platform. Imagine when someone is spending around 500 to 1,000 rupees on a month, I'm pretty sure within 1 or 2 trades, they will be able to see their ROIs. Because when your execution improves, automatically, you know, you will be confident to execute your trades. But please be careful, because you will get to end up like in making over trades, because the system will be so easy to use. You will keep on placing the orders. It will be like in a video game for you. So initially, many traders have told, Shiva, it looks like in a video game for me. I keep on playing it. More than the trading, they keep on playing it. The word playing will come into the picture. But it has helped the traders to a large extent to make a significant improvement in terms of their execution.
That's where discipline comes in picture, risk management, control of yourself.
Absolutely.
Over trading, no over trading. All these, I will say, strict medicine pills have to be taken before trading.
True. Absolutely. I think these 4 words, if you are able to keep remembering it whenever you are into the markets, I think you guys are going to be there in the long run.
These 4 words, which I told just now, morning pills to be taken, how you will put it on in your words and explain to the viewers?
Okay, to me it's very simple actually. So when someone is coming into the market, beginning of the day, they needed to do the homework. When you're coming with the market in the morning with the right approach, thinking that this is what I wanted to do, you needed to portray yourself like, what are the things which I'm going to be doing it, and you needed to follow that as well with the discipline. First and foremost thing, come with a clear plan, what you're going to be executing it today. If you're coming in with the plan that I'm carrying like 1 lakh into my trading account today, and I wanted to make 1%, and if my loss is going to be there, it is also going to be 1%. Either of them, if I achieve, I need to shut the system. So before even you come into the market, you're preparing your mind. This is my target. This is my stop loss. If either of them gets hit, I'm happy. Done. I'm closing my system and then coming. Then the most important part, your positive attitude, you're already there. The next thing is, when the trade is presented to you, when the opportunity is there, go and enter. You needed to wait for that. It may come at around 9:30, it may come at around 11:30, it may come at 2 o'clock, but till the time it comes, you needed to wait in front of the system. There may be a day wherein you won't get an opportunity. That is absolutely fine. If your trading parameters are not met, never ever take a trade. Put that in mind. All these things needed to be done at before the market opens. And one more thing, people tend to do various other tasks, okay, and if you're not going to be trading for the whole day, or like, and if you know that I'm going to be busy with certain things, then don't take any positions. Sometimes people tend to think, I'll take a position somewhere during intraday, the market will move somewhere, I'll go and square off at that time. But 90% of the time, the market doesn't respond to you. It will go in the opposite direction or does something magical, and you will end up in a big loss. Never ever carry any positions when you know that you're going to be occupied with some work. And last, bring money that you can afford to lose. Imagine if you are able to bring 1 lakh into the market, even if that 1 lakh is lost, you should not be complaining. You should not think about that. That money would have been like it would have met my like in a family fees, or like in the EMIs I could have paid and other things. If that money is important to you, never ever bring it to the market. Imagine there were a couple of days back, the brokers had a technical glitch, the exchanges have technical glitch. In those scenarios, that money is not yours. It's not even in your hand. Though it was there in your account, there was some ghost trades which happened. People lost money everywhere. So any money that you're putting in the account, it's not your money. That money is you can afford to lose. Only bring those money, then you will be in a happy space. So this is how I formulate my rules and then stick to that, so that I have a happy evening actually.
When you said happy evening, apart from market, morning or evening, do you do some extra activities to keep your, because you are the fittest trader whom I've seen at least.
Honestly, that is okay. Maybe that might be the myth, but honestly, that is one area wherein I completely lack, especially in the last few years. Uh, 5 or 6 years back, I was regularly doing workout and nothing, but in the last 6 years, I've completely not gone to the gym at all. Recently, I've started again. Let's hope that I'm able to gain whatever that I have been doing it in the past. But yes, people ask me, sure, like, and how come you are able to be bringing in the positivity, and you are always been smiling and cheering, and you are always able to be uh, keep your like in what to say stress away? It's purely because only when you know that I needed to make money, I needed to make daily, and when you keep chasing those, then you will have a stress. And one thing which I always realize is, keep something which is very close to your heart, and then be happy about it. Imagine, even if I make 5,000 rupees today, I'm happy. Not that like in Jyoti ma'am would have made around 1 lakh or 2 lakh, then I will feel get stressed. Oh no, man, she made 2 lakhs. And now how will I be able to overtake her? Never do that. Think about yourself. Think about what makes you happy. It can be 10 rupees, it can be 5,000, or it can be 1 lakh. But be content with what you earn, then automatically you will be in a happy space. The traders who always win, all the big traders who always win, they always fight with themselves. They never compare themselves with others. Those are the guys who have made big money. Be it investors or traders, you would go and check with them. None of them would have went and said, I'm competing with this guy. If he's making 1 lakh, I'll make 2 lakh. If he's making 2 lakh, I'll make 4 lakh. Never. Trading is all about oneself. You needed to understand what is there inside you. And if you are able to be happy with what you have done, then I think you guys will be in a very happy space. And trading is not everything. That is going to be between 9:15 and 3:30. There is plenty of life beyond that. Go out, I explore places. Like to travel a lot, and I like to travel and spend some time with my family and friends. So those are the things which is keeping me off hours. And you also needed to have your own space for the personal time as well. If you are able to do all these, I think you all will be very, very happy.
Mr. Siva, after all this knowledge about markets and all, I would like to congratulate about that Singapore thing, which I know about that, but I want even our viewers to know that you are very, very happy. You did something great, you achieved something great. So, if you can share that secret of yours or something about that to our viewers.
I think some of you know me, and because there is something which is also associated with the market, similar to markets.
That is why I want the viewers to know about that.
Okay, so it's all about the casino. Okay, so I used to go to casinos and then try different games and other things. There is one game called Sigbo, which is all about the dices. Okay, so it is almost similar to your scalping. Okay, so when you look at that particular game, probably I'll try to do a detailed video on that particular game. And then
Yes, we
explain.
would love to see that.
Yeah, I will definitely do that, because why I say that, anybody who would have played that game, it almost resembles what you're doing in trading. Okay, so the mindset, the money management, how you are going to be placing your bets, everything resembles almost what you do in scalping and trading. So in this particular game, the probability of you winning certain areas is one in a million. Okay, and when you visit a casinos, you will know there are plenty of tables around. It's not like in a 1-2 table, and you needed to identify a table and then choose the right table and then bet the right amount to get a right kind of a trade. It is similar to the markets. You needed to wait for the setup. You needed to wait for the right area, right time. And once you see that the setup is there, you needed to go and execute it. Similarly, on this particular special day, I always tend to believe that and I have some extra IQ in terms of identifying what.
I know that.
So when they are calculating the dices will be getting rolled. Okay, you will have 3 dices getting rolled in this particular game, and they will cover it. Okay, so every 30 seconds to 1 minute, you will see a new game getting done. So they will cover it. You needed to identify what is the exact numbers which is there inside the device or the dices. So it can be a combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3, 4, 5, or 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5, or 2, 2, 5. It can be anything. And you will also see a board which will be getting displayed on that particular gaming area. What was the previous? It is like seeing our previous candles. Whether it is a bullish candle or a bearish candle, we will also be seeing what is the number, whether it is a big, small, and other things. I am a guy who plays on the big or small. When it is a big, that means it needed to be the number, overall number needed to be between 11 and 17. Or if it is small, it needed to be between 2 and 10. So I needed to identify that. And on that particular table, I was roaming around. I was not able to find the right table. I was placing some small bets and other things. I was able to win. But I'm a guy who wanted to crack that one. So this particular table, there was a continuous movement happening, and the numbers which were forming were around 225, 125, 145, and other things. So what I was thinking is that there was a 5 and the 2. These were very common actually. And you needed to practice the dice rolling numbers as well. When you see the dice rolling numbers, you will be able to see which is going to be getting the pattern form, how the roll is going to be happening. Imagine if there is going to be another shake with another dice, how it is going to be done. On this particular day, I bet on 555 and on this particular table, and I also betted on number 5, and I also bet on 15, the combination of 3 dice put together, and I also bet on big. My big was the biggest bet. Okay, all others were small bet, but if I even lose this big bet, the small bets are going to give me 10x of what I have gained in the big bet. So this is in a bigger one, but if I would have won this, I would still be happy. If I would have lost this, this is making me 10x happy. So when we are placing these bets, usually these are not normal bets. Not many traders. It is imagine you are having a hero or zero trade. Okay, will you ever go and place which is trading at around 5 paisa or 10 paisa, will you ever go and place on that particular 10 paisa on this particular day of 1 lakh quantity or 2 lakh quantity? Imagine at 3 o'clock. This is 3 o'clock. You are placing it.
Never.
Never. You won't do that. Why? Getting that, maybe on like an election day, you would have got that. Election day results, you would have gotten big. But will it be happening every now and then? No. But your major bet will be always on whether the market is going to be making a big move on the upside or it is going to be a sideways. You will bet there, but you will not bet on the hero or zero. But betting the hero or zero, you needed to be there at the right time at the right table. So that particular day it occurred, and there are almost 100 odd tables. Out of the 100 odd tables, finding this table and placing it at that particular moment and getting in victory and created an history there in Singapore. So nobody has done that. So the Singapore, even the folks have said, sir, nobody has ever done this before. I don't know how you were able to crack it, and that is something which is going to stay with my heart forever, because it's like creating an history. And when I know that more than winning the money and other things, it's about winning that particular strategy at that particular time. That gives you the joy more than anything else.
Yes, because I saw your post on Twitter that there is something I will be sharing, and I was very curious. I was waiting that.
I think you are the first person to know more than anyone now.
Now I'm the first person. Very soon our viewers will know. And congratulations, Mr.
Thank
Siva,
you,
for that.
Thank you.
Hope
so
you
much.
keep on cracking such codes, and with the help of that, develop something for us,
No, in fact,
for retailers and everyone, so
No,
that
in fact, I have.
even we can make some money.
In fact, on that note, I'm planning to work out a strategy based on the Sigbo game. How the Sigbo game almost resembles the scalping, and how your mindset and your money management can also be applied. What you're applying in casino can be applied in trading. And I will tell you.
But it
I
should
don't
not
know-
be a casino game.
No, it's not. It's not a casino game. It's going to be actual trading only.
Strategical
Strategical game. And most importantly, someone who has been in the markets and the casino, I think the maturity level of mine has gone up significantly higher because of the markets now, not because of the casino. Earlier, I have been to casinos and markets and everything, but now, because of the market, the way we have handled the volatility in the last few years, I'm able to do a better job in casino more than the markets. That is for sure.
So, friends, I'm very much thankful to Mr. Siva that he came, he gave his strategy, he explained his techniques, and we wish he designs more courses for us, more videos for us, so that we can learn from him all the latest techniques, latest updations, and earn a lot with disciplined trading. Never forget the discipline in the markets. So thank you, Mr. Siva. Thanks
I think
a
a
lot.
special thanks to Jyoti ma'am. I think she made the day. I've been here in Mumbai for the past 3 days recording all the content for the Upsurge guys, and soon you guys will get to see all the content which is going to be there. And we have done a couple of videos on the OI Pulse and One Click as well. Soon there is going to be a third product. Even Jyoti ma'am doesn't know it. So hopefully we will be releasing it in the month of September. And in the meantime, we have also curated some courses for you. Hope it helps. Helps it to become a better trader, and most importantly, try to gain the knowledge. It can come from anywhere, and the knowledge is not going to definitely not going to let you down. It will definitely take you one step ahead, and something which you needed to keep learning. I keep learning whenever I meet her, because she's been there in the markets for the last 39 years or so, and it's very important we encourage each other, traders, and our trading fraternity needed some support, and you all needed to share your knowledge. When you have something in your mind, please feel free to share it with others. That will definitely enhance you, enhance others as well. On that note, thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for having me here, and for the Upsurge team and everyone.
So, friends, on that note, if you want more of Mr. Siva's knowledge, interviews, study, or any such big trader whom you know can help the trading fraternity, mention them in the comment and give your views, likes, so that we can give you more, we can bring more of such people which can help you gain lots and lots of knowledge and help you in your trading and make you profitable. But ultimately, the decision power, the discipline, the emotions, or control over emotions still remains with you. On that note, thank you very much. Namaste.